Diets, I hate that word diet. What you're doing is basically what you want to do is you want to make lifestyle changes, all right? And the easiest way to do that is if you want to cut your calories and keep the weight off, you don't really, what you do is you substitute stuff, okay? You take every package, everything that you buy, you look at the calories, and you look for a lower calorie version of whatever you eat. And you'd be amazed how many calories you can cut right there. And then also what you want to do is fill up on food that are low in calories but high in volume. And what I mean by that, stuff like popcorn without all the butter and all that stuff. You know, you can put cooking spray, a little couple sprays of that, and some nutritional yeast, and real low calorie, and you can put a huge bowl and eat all that. That will help you out right there. You can also load up on vegetables and fruits. They will help you stay full, and you'll just love it, man. You'll feel better. You'll just enjoy it, and just experiment. It's gonna take a while to find the stuff that you like. You know, look for the lower calorie versions of the fruit too, like apples. Okay, I can't eat apples with the peel on, but I can take a knife and take the peel off, and I love apples. So you may have to experiment. You might like pears, apples, pears, strawberries, blueberries. Blackberries are really good, high in fiber. Avoid the grapes though if you're trying to lose weight, because that, to me, grapes are a trigger food for me. So I will eat tons and tons of grapes. Another thing too to think about is find substitutes for your snacks. Like popcorn, maybe you like that popcorn. It's a salty snack. You can add salt to it. That may replace your potato chips. You know, have potato chips at somebody else's house. You may have to get them out of your cabinet. All your trigger foods, you may have to just get them out of your cabinet and eat them like as a special treat on a special occasion. Or like me, I'll go to the store when I buy my groceries. I'll buy a little bag of potato chips. I'll eat the whole bag, you know. But that's my treat once a week. I get that, you know. Also, say you like candy bars, all right? Substitute a candy bar for a protein bar. Just look for how many calories are in your protein bars. Also, what you want is you want high in fiber, low in calorie, high in protein, bars, protein bars. Not all protein bars are the same. Some are very low in fiber. And the reason why you want the fiber with the high protein is it'll help you stay full. And also when your lunches, put one of those protein bars inside your lunch. If you're making your own lunch, use that in case of emergency break glass. In other words, you ate all your lunch, all right, and it's like 2 hours before you go home, and you know, all of a sudden you're hungry. Grab that protein bar, eat that protein bar. It's maybe the ones I look at are about 180, 190 calories, but it's got all that protein in it, and it's got all that fiber, and it's going to hold you over so you don't get home and go crazy. Just fill up on junk, you know. So it's mainly about volume. It's about increasing the volume of the food you eat, and you can even, you know, lowering your calories. So by just making those little changes in your diet, you will have big results. You know, I'm doing that right now, and because I'm trying to lose a little bit of love handles, but the thing is it's lifestyle changes with your food. In other words, you're kind of changing your relationship with food. You eat when you're hungry. You know, when you start to feel that grilling, you start to feel those hunger things. Now I'll eat 5, 6, 7 times a day. You know what I mean? It works great for me. I do, whenever I start to feel that little hunger, I may grab some carrots or celery, or I have those little probiotic drinks. I might do that. I might do a protein bar, you know what I mean? But like I said, about every 2.5 hours, I'll eat. So that gives me more opportunities to have protein in my diet. You know, I try to go for a 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now, not everybody needs that, okay? You don't have to have that high of protein in your diet. You know, I would go for at least 0.8, you know what I mean? So let's say you're 100 pounds, so you want 80 grams of protein. The protein is going to make you stay full, and it's going to give your muscles what it needs. When you're on a diet, well, not diet, but in other words, when you're like, let's say, a calorie deficit, you need to up your protein, because what will happen is your body will say, hey, I'm starving here. I want to keep the fat, you know. Hey, I think I'm going to eat the muscles. It's a possibility, you know, not necessarily going to happen, but it's a possibility. So, I mean, if you have a high enough protein in your diet, your body is going to go after the fat too, and then it'll eat. After it's the fat, though, you know, you've got that extra protein in your body, so your muscles can still have the protein, and you can still, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. Let me get my coffee here. I'm rambling here. I lost my train of thought for a second there. But yeah, it's like, it's always calories in and calories out, no matter how you slice it. You're either in a calorie surplus or a calorie deficit. Now, I look at the back of the packages to see what calories are in it. I know what my serving sizes are. That's very important. Learn what the serving size is. Serving sizes on those packages are misleading as heck. You know, you may think that you're having like one serving, but you could be actually having 3. Just don't realize it. And calories will add up real fast that way. But what I do is I'll weigh myself every morning. Okay. Now you got to understand, your weight's gonna vary. You know, but what you want to do is you want to take those numbers and average it out for the entire week. So in other words, let's say you're 168 this day, and you're 164 3 days, okay, out of the week. And the other time, those 3 days out of the week, and you notice there's a pattern, that could be your weight. Just keep watching. You'll see if you're going up or going down. And when you do, don't panic, okay? Sometimes it's just water weight. Sometimes you're just dehydrated. So that's okay. So what you want to do is just keep going, because you're going to see it over time. And also look in the mirror. The mirror's not going to lie. You'll be able to see in the mirror your results. Sometimes you move weight around. So what I mean is you may stay the same, but you're building muscle. It's kind of what you want. You want to maintain, they call it maintain, main gain, I guess they call it. What that is you're just kind of staying at the same weight. You're actually just moving your body composition around. In other words, you're taking fat away, but you're building muscle. So that's cool when you can do that. So you also have to be careful too, because if you want to stay at a certain weight, you know, just keep track. And then as you see, if you see you're starting to go up or down, just adjust a little bit. Don't take much. It takes about 300 calories. What do you call it? Cutting 300 calories out of your diet per day to lose, with exercise, if you're doing exercise, you'll lose like a pound of body fat. And what I mean by that, this sounds weird, but I got to restate that, okay? What it is say you're going to the gym and you're working out for 45 minutes or an hour. You burn 200 calories. I know it doesn't sound like much, but that's realistic. And then on top of that, you cut 300 calories out of your diet. So what you're actually doing is you take that 200 and that 300, that's 500 calories you're cutting out of your diet. That's enough to lose a pound a week. Right there, 500 calorie deficit, if you don't change anything else, will help you lose a pound of a weight a week. So keep that in mind. So, and you'll notice it too. It's pretty cool when you start working out. You'll start to feel a lot of times you'll notice it in your clothes will start fitting a little looser, you know. And every time you get a little goal, pat yourself on the back. You want to lose the weight slow. What I mean slow is, a half a pound to a pound a week. Okay? Does not sound like much, but you put it over the year, you're losing 50-something pounds of weight, you know. or 25, you know what I mean, pounds in a year. That's good. The thing is, if you take it off slow, you're not going to gain it back. A lot of people will go on these crash diets. They'll lose the weight, and then what they'll do is they'll just stop, and then they'll just start eating like they used to again. And if you do that, it's gonna go right back, you know. So just like I said, change your habits. It's pretty simple. And what I shoot for is like around 80% clean, 20% processed, you know. I'm constantly, trying to clean up a little bit here and there, you know, but I'm never going to deny myself any kind of food that I like, all right? Now, I may take calories from here so I can have that food. One thing I'll never give up is cheese, all right? I love regular cheese. So what I do is I work that into my diet, you know what I mean? So maybe I'll add a little bit more vegetables here so I can have that cheese, you know? So it's all about that too. I love peanut butter and jelly. So that is not a diet food. Peanut butter is not a diet food, people. It'll add weight, but you know, but what I do is I like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I have a half of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's one of my things that I won't give up. And coffee creamer, you know, I won't give up that. So what I do is I just find a low calorie coffee creamer. It's real easy to do. Just look at the back of the packages. It's got all that information right on the back, man. So it's pretty cool. Bring your lunch to work. That's one of the best things you can do is bring your lunch, load it with lots of fruits and vegetables and sandwich, you know, protein and stuff like that. Bring more food like nuts, not nuts, I'm sorry. Don't do nuts, I'm sorry. Bring more food like fruits and vegetables and pack them in there. And I want to make sure that you're not hungry at all and you're not starving. So also then you can add all the other stuff, a sandwich or whatever else you want. But what I want is if you're able to eat whenever you're hungry. If you can put some celery sticks, carrots, apples, pears, and you can bring that stuff home. If you don't eat that apple, you can bring it home, put it back in the refrigerator. You know what I mean? The trick is I don't want you to get hungry. I want you to stay full. I want you to trick your body. I want to trick your body's stomach by expanding. You have all these voluminous foods that you're eating, like salad and stuff like that. Makes your stomach expand. It sends signals to your brain saying, hey, I'm full. And it can be low calories. So that's why just pack it up. Bring your own lunch, you know. So much easier. All right, guys. I'm going to end the video here. I've been gabbing a lot. And I got to work out, man. So you guys have a great day. I hope this really helped. If it did, please hit the like, subscribe, and comment. I'm going to try to give you more videos here. I'm a guy just like you working out, or girl. I mean, I'm a guy just like you, and I'm having fun. I'm getting fit. Hope to help inspire you guys. Let's do it. Let's do it together. It's all about you guys. It's all about getting fit. And hey, it's all about the effort, man. You guys take care. I'm sneaking up on the camera because that's just what I do.